And police are investigating after a man set himself on fire outside the courthouse where former President Trump is on trial in Lower Manhattan. It led to some tense moments and a chaotic scene. The man is in critical condition at this time, and the NYPD bomb squad is now sweeping the area out of an abundance of caution.
That scare comes just hours after the jury was officially seated in Trump's hush money trial. A panel of 12 and 6 alternates will decide his fate. Opening statements are expected to begin Monday.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Lower Manhattan, and we want to warn you, some details in this report may be disturbing. NJ.
Yeah, Dave, no question about that. Now, witnesses here tell me that the man had been seen in the park across from the courthouse for the past several days. They say he gave no indication of what he was about to do today. They say what happened here happened in an instant. Now, the man can be seen in a still frame from cell phone video moments before he is covered in an accelerant. He will take a lighter, Dave, and set himself ablaze. We cannot show the video, obviously, but I witnessed the fire myself, along with Eyewitness News photographer Brian White. It was horrific. First responders used a fire extinguisher to put out the flames, and the man was rushed to the Cornell burn unit at New York Presbyterian in grave condition. Police identified him as Max Azzarello, 37 years old, of St. Augustine, Florida. Online rantings bearing his name promoted a conspiracy theory about some sort of global totalitarian plot.
All of a sudden we see this guy in the corner basically just start taking some gas and just pouring it on himself, and it was very clear what he was doing. So I start screaming for the cops. I say, "Cops, get out here, get out here." But there's no one around here at all.
Did he give any indication before he did that?
No.
Being of any political persuasion at all?
No, I honestly am shocked that he wasn't yelling about something.
He didn't have a poster, nothing like that?
He had a bunch of materials around him. Maybe there's a manifesto, maybe there's something indicating it. But I was right there when he was dousing himself, and he wasn't screaming about anything at all.
Civilians, court officers, members of the police department, they run into the park. They make efforts to put him out. They use their coats. They use fire extinguishers.
We have his car being in St. Augustine, Florida on the 13th. So anywhere between the 13th and today, he arrived. We spoke to family members today. They were unaware that he was even in New York.
Now, this all happened shortly after the jury selection process had been completed. Prosecutors and defense attorneys drilled down today on a large pool of potential jurors. They've been doing that all week. As was the case, most were excused, many because they said they could not be impartial. 5 alternate jurors were eventually sworn in today. They will join the others selected yesterday. 12 jurors, now 6 alternates, who will sit through the trial, a trial that could last well into next month. Opening arguments are now set for Monday morning. Again, the victim in this particular case, who set himself ablaze, was rushed to Cornell burn unit with grave burns across his body. He's listed in very critical condition